our top story, and the Senate has invited the clergy and representatives from the civil society to present their views tomorrow on the controversial changes to the electoral laws. The Senate members are also set to hold a special sitting to either pass or reject the government-engineered amendments to the electoral laws. This comes as tension builds up in Kenya ahead of mass action protests planned by the opposition for the 4th of January next year. KTN News political affairs reporter Duncan Haemba gives us a preview of the game of numbers likely to play out on the floor of the Senate.
All eyes now shift to the Senate in few hours' time when Speaker Ekwe Thuro leads the upper house in a special sitting whose outcome will be keenly followed by all and sundry. On two occasions last week, Kenyans witnessed dramatic events at Parliament, both on Tuesday and Thursday, as Jubilee Party forcefully passed all the proposed amendments.
As many as that opinion say aye.
The sitting has been okayed after Jubilee was forced to shelve its initial plan of bypassing the Senate to avoid a similar fiasco that unfolded in the National Assembly. This is said to have been informed by fact that since the electoral laws touch on MCAs, senators and governors, it would have been a blatant violation of the Constitution if the Senate would have been bypassed. This would have created room for anybody to move to court and challenge the legality of the amended laws on a technicality. The Senate has invited the clergy and the civil society to give their views on the controversial changes on Wednesday at 10 a.m. before the last word comes from the upper house. Opposition chiefs are now piling pressure on the Senate to reject the amendments in total to avert January 4th mass action by code.
Macho yetu yote, fikira zetu zote, roho zetu zote, maombi yetu yote, tulenge Senate ili ule uhasama umefanyiwa kwa National Assembly usifanyike kwa Senate. Senate itupilie mbali hizo sheria ili Bwana Uhuru akose kile cha kuweka sahihi, warudishe huko, tuwe na bipartisan committee, wa Kenya wazungumze hiyo kitu kipite.
We are not interested in confrontation. It must be noted and stated again that mass action is always the very last resort. If we can sit down and negotiate and talk, we will be ready and be prepared. But if this is not possible, then of course, as we have mentioned, on the 4th of January, Kenyans will resort to mass action.
However, as things stand, Jubilee might still have its way in the Senate, though by a slim margin, should the motion be put to a vote, since the party no longer enjoys a clear majority like in the National Assembly. In terms of numbers, Jubilee has 23 elected senators, while CORD had 20, with then Amani Coalition having 4 to make total of 47, since nominated senators cannot take a vote. This is because in the Senate, votes are cast through county delegation. In this case, it is elected senators who have the veto power. However, CORD has lost one member to Turkana Senator John Munyes, who has since ditched Ford Kenya for Jubilee Party, thus increasing their number to 24. On the other hand, with now 19 senators, Amani's Boni Halwale and George Haniri have joined forces with CORD, and it remains unclear which wing KANU senators Gideon Moi and John Lonyangapuo will support. Should the two senators back Team CORD, then the opposition battalion will have 23 senators, while Jubilee will be 24. And in the unlikely event that Senator Munyes votes with CORD, like in the past, then the opposition will win 24 against 23. Should that happen, then the amendments will be pushed to the mediation committee, which has members from both the National Assembly and the Senate.
Zawadi ya maana ambayo Senate inaweza peana kwa watu wa Kenya ni kuhakikisha kwamba wanatupa mbali hizo sheria ili ziende mbali and they will have given Kenyans a very good Christmas gift and a good New Year's gift.
CORD has already made their decision on what next.
You can see the contradiction and the very, very corrupt process that took place on the floor of the National Assembly. Therefore, I hope Senate will correct this tomorrow, because if they do correct it, then we'll have no reason to go to the streets, as we said as CORD, on the 4th of January. If they don't correct the situation, then obviously Kenyans will go out to the streets, wananchi watafurika kwa mitaa.
As the clock slowly but surely ticks towards the hour, the more the Senate continues receiving pressure from nearly all stakeholders, except the government, that they drop the amendments. So will it be a replica of the drama witnessed in the National Assembly last week, or will the Senate play a totally different ball game? Duncan Hemba,